Red Button Means we're live, a casual take with your boy Stephen Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. So there was a lot of major news yesterday in the NFL world regarding extensions, trades, signings, a lot to talk about, but I only talk about one thing. So if I were to talk about something, I want to talk about Trey Hendrickson getting a new deal in Cincinnati. Got some viewers who are Bengals fans, might as well talk about him because let me just say, I love this deal for Cincinnati. It's essentially a $14 million raise. He goes from playing on a $16 million deal in 2025 to a $30 million deal, which makes him the sixth highest paid pass rusher in the National Football League. And considering what Trey's done the last couple of seasons, lead the league in sacks, that's where I think he should be, sixth highest paid pass rusher. But why I really like this deal for Cincinnati is not only they're paying Trey what he deserves this season, they're not paying him next year, the year after that, when he's 32, 33 years old, because he turns 31 in December. And I honestly think this is Trey's last elite season. So Cincinnati's allowing themselves to let him hit free agency next year. Maybe they tag him, but to have some cap flexibility when they're paying T, Jamar, and Joe basically 75% of the cap. So I like this for Cincinnati. I do. But feels like there's always a but when I come on here, right? But as much as I do like this deal for Cincinnati, honestly, what changes this season from last season besides the three best non-quarterbacks are more expensive? Right? Like Trey, T, and Jamar all got paid this offseason. Congratulations, Cincinnati. I'm going to be honest. I didn't think they could do all three, but they did. But this is a team essentially that missed the playoffs last year, 9 wins, and they're going to run it back. And it's not like they could play any better. Like their offense was awesome, but it was awesome last year. Joe Burrow was arguably the best quarterback in the league. Touchdown, yards leader. Jamar won the Triple Crown. Maybe T. Higgins plays a full season, doesn't miss like the Patriots game, but it's T. He's always hurt sometime in the season. So this team's going to get held back again because they have the worst defense in the league. And that's with Trey being the reigning sack leader. Okay, yes, they changed their defensive coordinator. Yes, they used a first-round pick on a defensive lineman. But I'm looking around on this roster. Outside of Trey, who do you trust to make a high-impact play in November, December, and January? No one else. No one else. And that's what's going to hold him back. Now, you can argue, dude, the Bengals are going to start early this season. And, I see them playing their starters in the preseason, and they might not lose the Patriots game last year. They had that go their way. They make the playoffs, right? But even if they do make the playoffs, it's not like they're going to go on a run, because to go on a playoff run, you're going to have to beat, good teams. And that's something that Cincinnati couldn't do last season, okay? Because last season they were 2-7 against winning teams because their defense was terrible. They couldn't stop me and you if I was on the Eagles. And their only 2 wins came at the end of last season. It was against a rookie Bo Nix and a Russell Wilson Steelers team. You're not going to see that in the postseason if you have the Cincinnati Bengals record. So, this is almost like a damned if you do, damned if you don't for the Bengals. Because if they didn't bring back Trey Hendrickson this season, they would have put out the worst defense you've ever seen in your life. Okay? But bringing back Trey this season, what changes? It's still the worst defense in the league, and it's probably going to cause them to miss the playoffs. So now, I was talking to my friend yesterday about this deal. He's a Bengals fan. Like, what changes this season? And it's all honestly, he said the same thing that I said at the end of last season, which is the Bengals were extremely lucky last season, and that's unlucky last season. That's what a lot of people aren't talking about. They had a lot of stuff not going their way, and maybe this season, one thing, a fumble, an interception, a stop, a McPherson field goal, a Burrow clutch drive, that goes their way this season before they go to 9-10, and they're the 7th seed in the playoffs. But if it's January and I see that the Bengals had essentially the same season all over again, that wouldn't surprise me one bit. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Now, this team's going to be really fun. Okay, not just for fantasy managers, like viewing purposes. I'm probably going to watch every Bengals game because they're going to score 40 points a game. But they scored 40 points a game last year, and last year they had a losing record, scoring over 30 points a game. So, I don't expect this season to be much different. As much as I like this deal for Cincinnati, I really do. They needed Trey Hendrickson on the field, or else they would have had the worst defense you've ever seen. And they don't have to pay Trey Hendrickson when he's regressing and out of his prime $30+ million. That is really good for Cincinnati's cap flexibility going forward. But with Trey Hendrickson, they had him last year, 17.5 sacks, and they had the worst defense in the league. What changes this season? It's not like the AFC got worse. Bo Nix, second season. Harbaugh, second season. Lamar Allen, Mahomes are still there. Burrow's got to find a way to carry this team with the worst defense in the league, with just like two good players, on offense into that spot. And, I just don't know what's going to be different than last season. Maybe it is. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media, stay updated on all things related to the show. Until next time, see ya.